The Gypsy and Traveller community in the UK face massive discrimination and marginalisation from mainstream society, which has a direct impact on their health and their access to healthcare services. Leeds have worked incredibly professionally and innovatively to raise the profile of the health needs of Gypsy and Travellers as people, and as people who have human rights and people who have a right to access good quality health and care services in the same way the settled population do.
When you're travelling around all the time and you don't know where you're going or how long you're going to be there, it's really impossible to keep your children in school and to access healthcare.
There are about 3,000 Gypsy and Traveller people in Leeds, probably about 7,000 in West Yorkshire. We found an average life expectancy of 50 years of age compared with the local average of the general population in Leeds of 78. The health issues that our members are up against include long-term illnesses, low levels of immunisation, consequences of smoking and poor outcomes for new babies and mums. All these conditions are experienced worse amongst our communities because of the access that they have to healthcare services.
If you come from an all-rural community and you hit a system that is a largely written system, how do you access that? How do you understand where you can go for help and support?
We came up with this theory called roads, bridges and tunnels to map people's access to services. So a road is something that gets you from A to B, and it's the way in which services imagine people will be able to access them. For certain communities, there were roadblocks, and we found that communities were navigating those roadblocks by two things. Bridges being a purpose-built way of getting over the obstruction, and tunnels being people's DIY solutions.
The roads, bridges and tunnels work has been hugely transformational with our relationship with commissioners.
The kinds of advocacy work that we do can range from welfare rights, inequalities within housing, making complaints to other agencies, or it can be signposting. In the last year, we delivered over 1,500 appointments with our members.
Families in Leeds were just being shifted round and round, literally on a weekly basis. They won't have access to running water, sanitation, household waste disposal. Negotiated stopping was a proposal that we put to Leeds City Council. Quite simply, let's let these families stop on pieces of ground for longer periods of time so that we can deal with some of the problems that families are facing and also some of the problems that communities are facing with unauthorised encampment.
We had to sign an agreement to say we wouldn't tip rubbish, that we would use the skips and toilets responsibly. Everybody on the site, they also had agreed to that. It meant that my daughters could still go to the same school, they was coming home to the same site every day, and it wouldn't be an issue whatsoever.
Everyone has the right to an education, and negotiated stopping just makes it that little bit easier to get into school and keep going.
An independent evaluator found that local authorities were saving £240,000 a year on evictions alone.
So the outcome of this work is an improvement of quality of life, not just for Gypsy Traveller people on the camps, but also for the whole community. It never ceases to amaze me, the generosity of our members and the work that they put into this organisation. And that's the key to our success.